Hi, welcome to Arm Wraps. My name is Randy Miller, and we're going to be doing testing on a cabinet's doors. At a customer, believe it or not, this is what happens a lot of times when you use lacquer or even oil-based paint. This is actually, they have a gloss, and it turned yellow. And you can see before and after. Actually, you can see right there. And you can tell it used to be white because where the handles were. And so what he wanted is me to come down and install it with the DI-NOC or the bell beam material, and he wanted to use a gloss white. And the customer, on the rounded edges like this, he wanted a very clean edge. So on the rounded edges, we came up with some ideas with the DI-NOC and bell beam materials with the gloss white. You cannot form around the round doors like what you're seeing right here. Actually, let me show you real quick what you're seeing right here. So when you're going around these round doors, you have to use the heat and bring it over. The customer gave me some vinyl. Actually, I'm testing out right now, and I can't remember. I gotta call him and let him know, or ask him what the vinyl he got it from. But actually, it's from it's a Korea vinyl, and it doesn't really, I think it's just right here, and it's a little bit thicker. I'm actually going to use a 1080 white gloss, and you can see right here 1080 white gloss on one door. And also, I'm going to use this other vinyl that he bought online. I'm not sure where he bought it from, but I'm giving people options. If he likes this one right here, then he can order that vinyl and come over and install it. They live in down California, so we do travel and installing this kind of stuff. So I'm giving him two different options. I'm making this video for him to show him what it looks like. So actually, we're doing the Korea vinyl right now, and let me just do like a little small section. I did a test sample right here just to see how well it was, and actually I was kind of impressed with it. So okay, and a lot of times all the tools I use what's called a bodyguard knife, and it just cuts. It can cut the backing or the paper. You can see right here. And also I use my Betty squeegee. But on this one, I'm actually going to get a little extra right here. And when you order, or if you want like wood grains or anything, you can go to armwrapsstore.com, and you can see a lot of material there. And it's a DI-NOC and bell beam material. Okay, I'm going to use my Betty squeegee from the old tools, and I'm going to get all the air bubbles out. And now I'm going to actually use the extra vinyl, tack it on. This stuff seems pretty good. I mean, I always like to experiment with other vinyls. I don't know if you can see, can't really see much of that. But I'm going to do one side. I'm going to stretch it over. I'm going to let it cool. And actually, you know what? I'm going to bring the camera over real quick. I'll show you on this side. Later on, I'll probably get another camera. Okay. And it applies almost the same thing as the DI-NOC and the bell beam material. So I'm going to actually do some research on this product. And because it's hard to find a gloss sheen, especially a white. And these will do it. I do these to all the doors that I wrap with the DI-NOC or the Belbian. Just on the DI-NOC and Belbian materials, if it's a gloss, it's a film, and you can't heat it or anything with the film. Okay, actually it looks pretty good. Okay, so at the very end, what I like to do is I heat the edges a little bit. The reason why, the vinyl does shrink, so you heat it before you cut it, and it shrinks in like there. Then once it's cooled off, then I grab my knife. And this does feel like more of a vinyl feel to it. It feels more plastic than a vinyl. I know it's kind of hard, it's weird to say, but when you get used to a vinyl texture or how it works, it does that. Okay, so let's see the end result. It's not too bad. Actually, as you can see right here, it feels nice. Has a nice gloss to it. I'm just kind of looking over it right now. It's thick enough. I'm not sure how thick it is because I'm not sure what product it is. It sticks very nice. Actually, I like it. I'm gonna do some research. After I find the research, I'm gonna put it on my links down below on the YouTube channel. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, another test, and I did the same test on one of my cabinet doors, probably the same size as this. It's 1080, and it's been on there for months, and it still looks good. I always like doing tests on my products. So on this one, the 1080 is pretty thin. It's a lot thinner than the one I just did. It's probably about 4 mils thick. And that's pretty thin. Huh? 3.5. Oh, 3.5. Okay, good. Got 3.5. So I'm going to use my Betty on this one from Yellow Tools. We're just doing testing right now, and we'll see which one wins. I'm thinking the other one is going to win because of the thickness. Oh, that's the door. But I've noticed the 1080, this is called, it's a 1080 matte sheen, or gloss, I'm sorry, gloss. Gloss white. I've noticed it's a little bit brighter. Let me show you real quick. Okay, as you can see, how this is more of a warm tone. This is more of a white tone right here. Let me see how close I can get it. Right about there, you can see. So that's one plus. It's a little bit wider, but this is also a little bit thinner. Okay. Make sure you get it. And both are air release vinyls. Same thing. It's not as sticky because it has control tack, but once you put the little heat to it and add a little pressure to it, it does good. And this stuff is actually designed for cars, so if it can survive a car, outside of a car, there you go. And like I said, it's a little bit thinner. But I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give the customers a demonstration, but showing them what it'll look like with this material on or not. Also, it's more of an example, and of course they're paying for this, the little bit of the service, but it's much cheaper paying for this little bit of the service instead of going out and me coming out and installing the vinyl and you not liking it, because this wasn't what we want to pay for. See how it's pretty really sensitive on the heat. So it's almost I'm almost aiming towards the thicker vinyl. I'm not sure how much it costs. I'm going to do some research on that. But it seems like to be a little more durable if you want to possibly use this. See, I'm just testing it out, so I ripped it over here, so I gotta start all over. But I am just learning how the vinyl reacts to the kitchen cabinet door. Okay. So make sure I get all the... And when you're using gloss, if your doors are not perfectly flat, you will see every little bump, every little whatever it is. Normally I don't use 1080 for kitchen cabinets, but like I said, I am actually experimenting. Granted, it's a little bit cheaper. It can form around the doors a little bit better, but for long term, I'm not sure how it will hold up, because I never experimented with it. But usually on the outside of a car, it can survive outside for years. And if the wrappers are out there, if you see in this video, you tell me what you think about this. I want to make sure everything's all nice and tight. And I will ship this one back to the customer, just to show them boy, it's a toss-up. Hey Scott, you have a minute?
This has got a dingy color to it.
It does have a dingy color to it. But God, I can't put my finger to it. This looks like a...
For me, it looks wider.
Looks a little bit wider. But this is, I think, a little more durable because of the thickness. I don't know.
Well, I guess, yeah, this would be more durable with the thickness. What we want to find out is, can he get this in a bright white.
Well, I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna actually call him.
Versus taking the 1080 and laminating it.
Wait, you want to laminate 1080?
It's on a vacuum. You can still laminate it,
Yeah.
but that makes the 1080 coming here and then going down,
Yeah.
not just drop shipping it right to his house.
1080 has its own lamination built in. You don't have
Yeah,
to laminate it.
but to make it thicker
To make it a little durable too.
for durability. I'd see, this is kind of looking from over here. This has got a blue tint to it. Stand over here.
It has a. I want to say. Yeah, it does have a little blue hue to it. It's a cool white, if you want to call it.
Cool white versus bright white.
Bright white. This has more of a. It's a warm tone white right here. This is more of a cool tone right here. Boy, it does have a little blue hue to it. But yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you've got any comments or questions, comment down below. And this is our little venture for today, and I just want to show you the process, or the testing modes. And yeah, if you want to see more stuff, you can go to rmwrapsstore.com. You can see a lot of wood tones, or from the DI-NOC material and the bell beam materials. You can see all kinds of stuff. If you're looking for an installer, you can get a hold of me. It's rmwraps@gmail.com. Also, 208-696-1180. You can contact me and go from there. If you want the customer service, or I guess your full service for your cabinetry wraps or anything like that, what I need is pictures of your doors, and also it's best to have flat doors. If it's incurved, it's really challenging. It's not worth even doing it. Other than that, I need pictures, maybe the address of where you're at, so I can give you an estimate on how much I have to fly out there, stay at a hotel close by, and then usually it takes 2 to 3 days tops for doing the cabinets. But other than that, thanks for watching. If you like it, subscribe to me, and start making more and more videos to show you what's possible out there. All right, guys. Thanks.